Welcome back to Health Daily, where your health meets science without the fluff. Today we're diving into a viral claim that's shaking up social media. Can a cheap antiparasitic drug, ivermectin, actually cure cancer? Some people online claim it's a miracle Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about. Others call it pure conspiracy, nothing more than a dangerous distraction. But what does real science say? Could this humble drug meant for parasites be hiding a secret weapon against cancer? Stick around, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover what lab studies actually found, what human trials say, how ivermectin works inside your body, and whether it can truly help or hurt you if you have cancer. And don't miss the end, because the real answer might surprise you. Before we go further, let's rewind. Ivermectin was discovered in the 1970s and won the Nobel Prize in 2015 for saving millions from river blindness and scabies. It's a safe, effective antiparasitic drug that works by paralyzing and killing parasites, making it a hero in global health. But over the last few years, people started claiming it could fight viruses like COVID, and now cancer. The rumors started because lab studies showed ivermectin killing cancer cells in test tubes and in mice. This wasn't just random hype. Scientists observed ivermectin triggering apoptosis, forcing cancer cells to self-destruct. They saw it stopping cancer cells from dividing and blocking the growth of blood vessels feeding tumors. Sounds incredible, right? But here's where it gets tricky. These results came from test tubes in mice, not real people. And what works in a petri dish doesn't always work in your body. In 2017, researchers found that ivermectin killed breast cancer cells in lab dishes by damaging their mitochondria. A 2021 review listed studies where ivermectin stopped ovarian, prostate, and colon cancer cells from growing. Even a 2011 study found that ivermectin could block a pathway that many cancers use to grow and spread. These findings are real, but here's the catch. These studies used high doses, way higher than what you would take for parasites. In many cases, the concentrations used in lab studies are not achievable in the human body without toxic side effects. So, what kills cancer cells in a petri dish may not translate to a safe or effective treatment in real life. Now let's get into the science of how ivermectin might work against cancer cells. Researchers believe ivermectin may shut down a protein called PAC1, which helps cancer cells grow and survive. It could block the WNT-TCF signaling pathway, which is crucial for cancer cell division and the maintenance of cancer stem cells. It might also starve tumors by stopping new blood vessels from forming, a process called angiogenesis. And it could force cancer cells to clean up their damaged parts until they die through a process known as autophagy. These are real scientific mechanisms, and they give researchers hope that ivermectin might one day have a role in cancer treatment. But the big question is, can these effects be safely achieved in your body without causing dangerous side effects? Here's where things get real. A 2020 pilot study tried adding ivermectin to standard chemotherapy for glioblastoma, a deadly brain cancer with very few treatment options. The study found that adding ivermectin was tolerable, but it was too small to show whether it actually worked. Other clinical trials are currently looking at ivermectin for metastatic colon cancer and other cancers, exploring whether it can enhance the effects of existing treatments. But as of now, there is no large, high-quality clinical trial proving that ivermectin cures cancer in humans. Let's be clear, in the lab, ivermectin can kill cancer cells at high concentrations. But in your body, taking such high doses could lead to seizures, confusion, low blood pressure, and even coma. Taking large doses on your own without medical supervision is dangerous and won't guarantee cancer-killing effects. So why does this claim keep going viral? Because people want hope. The idea that a cheap existing drug can cure cancer is powerful and emotionally appealing. It challenges the idea that only expensive, hard-to-access treatments are effective. And let's be honest, some social media channels thrive on pushing the phrase, "what Big Pharma doesn't want you to know." But here's the truth. Many of these viral claims take real scientific studies out of context. They highlight the parts that sound amazing but leave out the limitations, the dosage issues, and the lack of human data. So, what do real cancer experts say about ivermectin? The American Cancer Society and the National Cancer Institute do not recommend ivermectin as a cancer treatment. They acknowledge that there are lab studies showing interesting results, but until human clinical trials prove safety and effectiveness, it is not an approved cancer treatment. Should you take ivermectin for cancer on your own? No. Using ivermectin without medical supervision can delay effective treatments, cause toxicity, and waste precious time that could be spent on proven therapies. If you're interested in its potential, the only safe way to explore it is through a monitored clinical trial under the supervision of an oncologist. Your body is not a petri dish. What works on isolated cancer cells doesn't always work when you consider the complexity of your metabolism, your immune system, the blood-brain barrier, drug interactions, and potential side effects. That's why every drug, even the most promising ones, needs to pass human trials before becoming a standard treatment. Could ivermectin still have a future in cancer treatment? Yes. Drug repurposing is a hot area in cancer research. Repurposing means taking drugs that are already approved for other conditions and testing them for new uses. Since ivermectin is already FDA approved for parasitic infections, if clinical trials show it works for certain cancers, it could become a cheaper, faster treatment option. Ongoing trials are exploring this possibility, and researchers are continuing to investigate how ivermectin might enhance existing cancer treatments. But until those results are published and verified, ivermectin remains experimental for cancer treatment. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Cancer is a complex disease that requires a multifaceted approach. This often includes surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, immunotherapy, targeted therapy, and lifestyle support. Alternative options, even promising ones like ivermectin, should never replace evidence-based treatment unless they are approved by your oncology team. So does ivermectin cure cancer? The honest science-backed answer right now is no. Ivermectin shows potential in lab and animal studies. It has mechanisms that could fight cancer cells. It's being studied in early human trials, but it has not been proven to cure cancer in humans. It can be dangerous if misused, and it should not replace your current treatment. If you're curious about ivermectin and its potential role in cancer treatment, talk to your oncologist. Ask about ongoing clinical trials that you might be eligible for. Stay informed by using real peer-reviewed research, not just social media claims. Your health deserves evidence, not hype. Remember, the goal is to empower you to make informed decisions about your health, not to sell false hope. If you've learned something new today, or if this video has helped clarify the confusion around ivermectin and cancer, hit like and subscribe for more no-nonsense, science-backed health content. We post new videos weekly, debunking health myths and explaining complex health topics in simple, understandable ways. Drop a comment below about what health claims or trends you want us to investigate next. Whether it's another viral cancer claim, a trending supplement, or a diet fad, we're here to break it down for you with real science. Stay informed, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next video. Because here on Health Daily, your health deserves the truth.